little bit of sail shape and just upwind technique while we're here on land. People thought that when we started stern sheeting that the boom was going to be a little bit further out than with the mid-boom sheeting. It's actually kind of the same. It ends up, you know, having a neutral spot somewhere in the corner. I think that's where you want to be. If you trim harder, sail's just going to lose a lot of flow, and you're not going to, you know, you're going to lose a lot of speed. You might point higher temporarily, but it's not really a good fast-forward, long-term mode. I always found that the corner is where you want to be. You know, sheet the boom to the corner, and you'll be safe. I'd say that what you want to be focusing on, you know, 60 to 80% of the time sailing upwind are the two luff telltales, and that's, you know, that's what you really have to be looking at 3/4 of the time. And the other time you got to be looking at boats around you and sort of the environment and where the next puff is and, you know, what's going on in the course. But I find that with a boat that has no jib and a boat that only has one sail, you know, you need to have the sail, your only sail, working, you know, 100% of the time at its most, you know, at its most efficient. And the best way to do that is by making sure that the telltales are both flying all the time, because that's going to tell you that the sail's working effectively. You know, sometimes, you know, it's really shifty in the harbor and you get puffs from different directions, and that's why just looking up at the telltales and reading them. Sometimes it's just telling you you got to ease, you know, ease a few inches of main sheet, get the lure telltale engaged, and all of a sudden the boat just, you know, picks up. You know, and the opposite. You know, if you find yourself sailing too skinny and too high, and the windward one's kind of, you know, a little nervous and luffing, you kind of want to just make sure that you sail a little lower. In general, you want to sail a little bit lower, and the high and slow doesn't work too well in the tech. You want to be, you know, what I consider close hauled with the boom in the corner and both telltales flying fully back. That's sort of the mode that you want to be sailing in most of the time. Sure, you can always trim in hard if you want to, you know, lay the mark if you're on a skinny ley line, or if you're in a bad spot, you need to sail high temporarily. You can always trim a little harder and pinch, but it's not what you want to be doing for most of the race. You want to be, you know, making sure that the sail's working 100% and getting both telltales to fly back, and being very active with the main sheet. That's what I would recommend.